Have you ever wondered whether your cat experiences the cold the same way you do? You turn up the thermostat, offer extra snacks, and let them curl up anywhere they choose. It feels like you're keeping them safe, right? But what if some of those well-meaning habits are actually doing more harm than good? Each winter, countless cats quietly suffer from kidney stress, stiff joints, and ongoing discomfort, all triggered by everyday mistakes their owners never think twice about. Chances are, you're making at least one of them. 1. You're serving larger portions in winter. Do you find yourself adding a bit more to your cat's bowl when the weather turns cold? Maybe it feels instinctive, like you're helping them stay warm or simply showing them some extra affection during the gray months. Most pet owners do this without realizing the damage it can cause. In colder weather, cats tend to be less active and need fewer calories. Yet their appetite often remains unchanged, particularly in temperature-controlled homes. Those extra portions slowly add up. And in cats, extra weight isn't just a cosmetic issue. It puts pressure on their joints, strains the heart, and can make grooming difficult. Over time, this leads to low energy, lethargy, and inflammation that can make them seem distant or irritable. The smarter approach is consistent portioning based on their actual activity level. Rather than adding more food, upgrade the quality. Serve wet food gently warmed to room temperature. It aids hydration, supports digestion, and satisfies them more efficiently. Treats are fine occasionally, but in winter, every extra calorie matters. 2. You're cutting back on playtime because it's cold. Noticed your cat sleeping more in winter and assumed they just need the extra downtime? It's an understandable assumption. But the reality is that many cats sleep out of boredom rather than genuine tiredness. When daylight shortens and the house gets quiet, their natural predatory instincts go unstimulated, and their mood and vitality follow. Cats are wired to stalk, chase, and leap multiple times throughout the day. When that outlet disappears, stress hormones increase, bringing with them weight gain, restlessness, and destructive habits like furniture scratching or unprovoked biting. The good news: you don't need marathon play sessions to make a difference. Just 2 focused 10-minute sessions daily can completely shift their energy. Choose toys that replicate natural prey. Feathered wands or small motorized mice work well. And always let your cat catch something at the end. That small win triggers a dopamine release, leaving them feeling settled and content. 3. You're sealing every gap to keep the cold out. Ever notice your home feeling stuffy in winter even when the temperature is comfortable? That's what happens when every window is sealed to hold in heat. You're also trapping stale air. The air your cat breathes becomes loaded with dust, carbon dioxide, and microscopic irritants that affect their lungs and eyes. Cats are highly sensitive to air quality. In tightly closed winter spaces, their bodies work harder just to take in clean air. Over time, this produces low energy, frequent sneezing, and a general sluggishness that owners often misread as laziness. In reality, it's fatigue caused by poor ventilation. A straightforward solution: open a window briefly each day, particularly when sunlight is coming through. Even a few minutes of fresh airflow makes a real difference. Just keep your cat away from cold drafts while doing so. If you live somewhere with very harsh winters, an air purifier is an excellent alternative to maintain clean, breathable air indoors. 4. You're burning candles and running diffusers. Love the ambience of candlelight and warm seasonal scents at home? That cozy atmosphere may feel perfectly safe, but for your cat, it can quietly become a source of stress or illness. Many candles, plug-in air fresheners, and essential oil diffusers release compounds that are harmless to humans but problematic for cats. Their systems are unable to process certain substances found in popular winter fragrances like cinnamon, pine, or eucalyptus. When these particles are inhaled regularly, they can irritate the respiratory system, burden the liver, and trigger allergic reactions that are easy to overlook. Signs to watch for include frequent sneezing, excessive nose licking, or your cat avoiding certain rooms. Even products marketed as natural or eco-friendly may contain diffused essential oils that are unsafe for cats in enclosed spaces. The safest option is to switch to unscented candles made from soy or beeswax, or use a cat-safe air purifier instead. Your home can still feel warm and welcoming without compromising your cat's well-being. 5. You're running the heat without adding humidity. Have you noticed your cat drinking less once the heating system kicks in? Many owners take this as a sign that everything is fine. It isn't. Central heating strips moisture from indoor air, and that dryness affects your cat too, drawing moisture from their skin, nasal passages, and airways. Since cats already have a naturally low drive to drink, this gradual moisture loss accumulates quietly day after day. The result is concentrated urine, added stress on the kidneys, and a greater risk of urinary tract issues, often with no obvious outward symptoms. Early signs include less frequent litter box visits or lingering near the box for longer than normal. That's your cat's body struggling to manage. The fix is straightforward. Reintroduce moisture into their environment. Place a humidifier in the main living area and set up water fountains in a few spots around the home. Moving water encourages cats to drink more. Reduce reliance on dry food where possible, and opt for wet food served slightly warm. That one change alone can make a meaningful difference to kidney health through the driest months of the year. 6. You're writing off pain as winter sluggishness. Telling yourself your cat is just tired because it's cold outside? That they're sleeping more, slowing down, and barely moving because everyone feels that way in winter? Here's what most owners don't realize. Cats are remarkably skilled at concealing discomfort. And when everything in the house naturally slows down in winter, it becomes even easier for hidden pain to go unnoticed. What looks like seasonal laziness could actually be arthritis aggravated by the cold, kidney strain from insufficient hydration, or joint stiffness from weight gain and reduced movement. Cats don't limp dramatically or vocalize when something hurts. They simply stop moving as much. They stay in one spot for hours. They pause before jumping onto furniture. They avoid stairs. And because it happens so gradually, it starts to seem normal, but it isn't. Watch for these warning signs: spending excessive time near the litter box, reduced grooming, stiffness after resting, or withdrawing from interaction when they previously sought it out.